So I was wondering, what do you think is going to happen? U.S. dollars are going to take a hit. U.S. dollars already taking a hit. People say, how? What are you talking about? Well, inflation. Um, the government, the federal government, pins it at what, 7.5 to 7.9%. The last number I saw for the numbers coming out of February, was 7.9% for inflation on average for you to calculate everything for United States. Okay. But here's my question. Usually, or question slash statement, is when the federal government does their unemployment, administration after administration after administration does their analysis, their so-called deep analysis of unemployment in America. They leave out homeless people. They leave out part-time people that have been trying to get full-time. They're underemployed. People that gave up. You know, they move back home, move with friends, whatever they're doing to get by. You know, so really they're leaving out a bunch of people. You know, they do a homeless analysis if they ever do. I know a lot of independent people and people that do a lot of great work. There's some on YouTube and some are just doing it for homeless people and homeless organizations, local. I don't know if there's any federal. I just know there's, like, in cities there's like charities and local, and people they have to help because they want to. My question is, back to inflation, is it really 7.9%? Is that really it? Because if I really think about it, and I could be wrong, I could be 7.9%, because I'm not a genius. It makes sense to be like more, because the federal government never does a proper analysis of what unemployment is, what the real numbers are. They try to manipulate the numbers as best they can without being too obvious to show that it's not as bad as everyone says it is, or it's getting better, or slightly better. Or when they came out and said Biden released 50 million barrels of oil and gas went down 2 cents. What the fuck? 2 cents? Gone up 60 cents in a week. We're gonna go down 2 cents. What? Shut the fuck up. This is why, that's just a side point. That's why people don't take politics serious, because they're not serious with us. They're seriously screwing us, but they're not serious with us, like actually having an open dialogue with the population. Most of the time they just cut us out. They're like, fuck you, go in the streets and go kick rocks. So inflation, that's just a question. I can say it's 7.9%, which is bad enough. And then you have people saying, and the Fed's saying up another 2.5 to 4% by the end of the year. That's why we're going to increase interest rates. You're going to increase interest rates. Okay, cool. Last time I checked, that's not going to help anyone. That's going to dampen the rate of inflation. How? So you're taking one number that's shitty and replacing it with another number that's shitty. How's that making any goddamn sense? Inflation is shitty. And anyone saying that there's no corruption, there's no stock buybacks, there's no greed from corporate America is bullshit. There is greed involved. You just look at Big Pharma's profit. You look at oil companies' profit. Every single company, major company, has major profits more than last year. It's not like they're breaking even from last year or they're struggling to keep up with the numbers. No, they are fucking killing it. Their major investors are just raking in that fucking cash. So that has to deal with it. You can say inflation with other stuff too. Like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the room. But it's not just purely like, this is just how the system works. When Russia does something, Russia. Like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Blame it on Russia. All of our oil that we use, we only use 3% out of all of the oil we use in one day in 24 hours. 23% of that use is from Russia's oil. Of course, that doesn't help because we're a net taker. We produce, 11.3 billion barrels a day, but we use 17.5, 17.4. That's what I saw. Billion barrels. I'm not, sorry, billion. I said million. Million barrels a day. So 11.2 or 3 million produced, about 17.5 used. So we're about 6 million barrels off from breaking even. So we're screwing ourselves right there. And then with greed and inflation, and the Fed said they already put the interest rate up, and then they're going to do it more. They're going to do it more times this year. You could looking like at 6 times just 1 year. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What happens when you put the interest rate up and the inflation keeps on going? Doesn't make goddamn sense. Like, shut the fuck up. Now, I might be illiterate when it comes to all that shit, and that's fine, but on face value, I have inflation, which is killing my quality of life in America. Our quality of life is going down because we can buy less, because the dollar is not valuable as much as it was a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago. It doesn't, our buying power, our actual buying power is plummeting. It is not rising like it should. It's not doing good. That's why we're hurting. That's the main reason why. It's bullshit. And then you have Biden doing absolutely fucking nothing to fix it. You have the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, whatever his fucking name is. He's like, buy a Tesla, our amazing public transportation system. What the fuck are you talking about amazing? Everyone knows. Everyone knows. The oil and the fossil fuel industry has fought back against any major investment in public transportation in this country. China 25 years ago didn't have any high-speed rails. Now they got high-speed rails all throughout their country, at least in the major areas, going into their country, like country. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Europe's been sitting on high-speed rails for decades. It's fucking stupid. China invested in Vietnam? I think it was Vietnam. On a high-speed rail. Somewhere we fucking absolutely fucking destroyed in the 60s and 70s in Vietnam War. China's like, oh, need investment? Come here, I'll help you. It's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating to see other countries do the right thing, and good for them, and right on them to do so. Invest, have mutual respect. Look at this world as we both have to share this land. We're not just here to conquer each other. And then you have the United States government going, well, fuck you people, American people, to deal with inflation. Fuck your food. Fuck your quality of life. Fuck your standard of living. Oh, well, get over it. And $7.25 is still the federal minimum wage. And, oh, well, I got mine. Fuck you. As I just saw our House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, just sold 2,500 stocks in Tesla at $500 each. So she just got like $1.1 million. I'm like, cool. Something like that. Is that the math right? Someone do that math. I'll do it when I'm done doing this. Anyway, the paper someone tweeted out, said that she received 1.1 million. I'm like, 1.1 million just because she knew shit. That's awesome. Good for her. Whoopie-doo. She's already worth well over $100 million. Why don't you go show us more fridges with $10,000 each with your fucking $5 little ass spoon ice creams in there. So you really gotta ask yourself. You just got, like, once again, I think I said this before. I'm gonna stop itching myself. Ask yourself why, where, when, who. You know, does that make any sense? Why is it 7.9? Seems like it's more. Why is it increasing faster? Why aren't you not doing anything to help us? We didn't do this. You know, you can look at the corporations. You can look at yourself, government. Okay, we've all of a sudden just hit someone was like in second gear, prices going up, and the housing market's gone and just good luck to buy a house. Good luck. And then you got what's I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, just a part of it, just the housing crisis, and then everything's going up with that. It's connected, like it was planned. I don't know. That could be just conspiracy theory, but it almost seems like it's let's screw all of these people out of homes and renting and prices and value and all that, and then go attack with basic essentials that we need, not want, but need and depend on to live our lives and go to work and pay our bills and eat, you know. So it's really, really frustrating. But I know I'm the only one. I'm one of 330 million people that's all pissed off about that. If you include kids too, which probably shouldn't. Yeah. So just asking myself that. Inflation only 7.9%. It seems like it'd be more. It is more. But the numbers will come out at the end of the month. It'll be even worse, and probably not the correct numbers, but just bad numbers all together. All right.